So. Cheers. So, is the new 400C, so the 400.1 Stihl 400C, is it really just the new 262 XP? Don't know. So yeah, I thought I'd weigh in on this. Following on from my last video, I did actually talk to you for another 10 minutes in the shed, but the camera ran out of storage, so it didn't get any of it. Cheers, by the way. Cheeky little IPA on a Saturday afternoon. So yeah, everybody's talking about the new 400.1, which, if you're not familiar, is still replacing the 400 so they're taking it down from 67cc to 62cc. They're taking away the magnesium piston. They are somehow have made it even lighter, so it's gone from 5.8 to 5.4 kilos, and it's got a little bit less power. So I think it's 4 kilowatts, and I think it's going back down to about 3.8. So if you're in metric, that's 5.4 horsepower. So I think it's going down to about 5.1 horsepower. So I'm just looking at the stats again of a 262 XP. So the 262 XP is 5.8 kilos, and it is 4.8 horsepower nominal, really. But of course, when you've got one like mine that I ran in the last video, base gasket delete, muffler mod, few other little tweaks, nothing too crazy. Is it doing maybe 5.1 horsepower? So it's in that ballpark, isn't it? It's a really interesting ballpark. I'm just not sure. The elephant in the room really is that the manufacturers can't make the saws. Well, in the sort of Western world, in America, the UK, Europe, they can't make the saws that they used to make. So, and they have to get better emissions. The only way of doing that with modern saws is M-tronic, run them leaner, stratify the cylinders so they've got air running through them, all the rest of it. But they're still doing some clever stuff, aren't they? And this 400i discussion interests me because it's not a saw anyone was ever talking about. When I first started this channel 2 years ago, nobody was talking about a 400. It was the sort of forgotten saw in a way, actually. Everybody loved the 362, everybody loved the 500i, everybody loved the 462, and no one could really see the point of a 400. And what seems to have happened is people have got hold of it actually more and more and realised that it's like a mini 500, isn't it? Really, the thing that is amazing about the 500i is not the power, it's not the fuel injection, it's the weight. 6 kilos, 80cc power. Really, it's that class below weight with the class above power, isn't it? Which I've always thought is what the 262 XP is. But the 400i is the same trick with the 400i. The MS 400 CM is the same trick, isn't it? 5.8 kilos, so it's really a 362. It's even a sub 362. Sort of, it's getting on for what, 260 weight, 550 weight, but it's 5.5 horsepower, so it's really 70cc power. Incidentally, I had a look at some specs a minute ago. The original 044 was 5.4 horsepower, so it's the same power as an 044, but with way less weight. So it's interesting. What do you think, guys? What do you think about what Stihl have done? I mean, I'm interested to run one. I've never run the original. I think they're going to become quite sought after, and a quick flick through Marketplace and eBay shows that there aren't many around actually already. So are people already snapping up the old one? I don't know. I do love a good craft IPA. The new one, I don't know, they've tuned it for more torque, but is that going to run into problems if people don't keep their chains sharp? I think for firewooding generally, it's going to be a good thing. I mean, I'm a bit older, I've been beaten up this year. I know Bucking got beaten up recently and has had ongoing shoulder problems. We're all getting old. I'm 47, believe it or not. You do want to run a smaller, lighter saw as you get older. Don't want to admit it, but you do. So, as you know, that sort of mid-60cc range, all of my favourite saws are in that range. 365 Special, 266 XP, 268 XP, all the saws I love running are in that realm. Yes, you need a bigger saw for when you've got bigger wood or you've got to do some felling or, you know, really, but the more horsepower something's got with a sharp chain, it does pull you. So that sort of mid-60cc saw is a really interesting level, isn't it? So yeah, I just wanted to have a general chat about it really. What are your impressions? I still hesitate though. They're, what are they, £700 second hand, £1,300 new. You know, my £300 262 XP is basically the same saw for a lot less money. And if you want a bigger saw, you just let a bigger saw, don't you? So, don't know, what do you think, guys? I noticed a lot of channels, a lot of people seem to be running newer saws. It seems to be a little bit, to me, a lot less about the 200 series, the 300 series. Seems to be a lot less 044, 046, 066 sort of content about now. So, is the world going towards newer saws? Yeah, don't know. What do you think? Let me know. So yeah, this is like a part 2 from the last video anyway. Just want to have a bit of a fireside discussion. This is our new Chesney's 5 kilowatt fire, by the way. And it is a beauty. We've got an 8 kilowatt one in the living room next door. And this, considering it produces, you know, only 3 kilowatts less, I know it's nearly half, but it uses way less wood, it's way more controllable. It's interesting because this has been set up as a wood burner from stock, whereas our other one is a dual fuel. So the other one has a grate, doesn't have secondary air coming through the back. This just burns, lights, everything way better. I'm trying to convert. I'm going to phone up Chesney's and see if we can convert our other one from a dual fuel to a wood burner, put a solid floor in it. They do all the fire breaks to convert it, so I wonder if you can convert it. If you've converted dual fuel to wood burner, let me know. I would love to know. But yeah, hopefully you made it through this little sort of fireside chat. I'd love to have a saw here, but I can't because we're in the house and that would be bad. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think about the new 400 and that sort of class of saw. Are you sad about the 362 going? I always thought people liked the 362, but maybe people prefer the 560. I don't know. Still really want an 036 Pro, that big ball 036 they did. You could get a 68cc 036, couldn't you? But they are rare. But anyway, great to see you again. Thanks for watching. Drop us a comment. Cheers. Have a great weekend.